All right, this is interesting. So, a Trump official tried to get Mike Pence to overturn the 2020 election by texting a misleading memo about Thomas Jefferson. All right, let's read. Days before, then Vice President Mike Pence was set to preside over the 2020 election certification process on January 6th, an official texted his team a, quote, absurd memo about Thomas Jefferson in an attempt to persuade him to overturn the results, according to a new book. Jefferson, as the vice president in 1801, oversaw the certification of his own election win, but did not throw out any states' electoral votes, as President Donald Trump had demanded in 2020. ABC News chief Washington correspondent, blah, 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 chronicles the memo in his forthcoming book, Betrayal, the fan expected on November 16th, the Atlantic, blah, 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 blah. The official who texted the memo, Johnny McEntee, was then President Donald Trump's director of the White House Presidential Personnel Office, whatever that means, which is responsible for hiring everyone in the administration, from cabinet members to low-level employees. McEntee, a loyal supporter of Donald Trump, pushed the false claim, blah, 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 let's go. After dozens of failed lawsuits, Trump then White House counsel Pat Cipollone informed Trump of the facts, but the president wasn't happy with them. Imagine not being happy with the facts. I mean, I hate when that happens. So McEntee then devised a memo with the help of rogue legal advisors, which he texted Pence's chief of staff on January 1st. Whoa. The bullet list memo was filled with misleading statements about Thomas Jefferson in 1801. When he was the sitting vice president, oversaw the electoral certification of his own victory over incumbent President John Adams. McEntee wrote that Jefferson had ignored the problems of technical issues with ballots in Georgia and announced himself the winner. Whoa. This proves that the VP has, at minimum, a substantial discretion to address issues with the electoral process, McEntee wrote in a memo. However, as Carl noted in the book, Jefferson accepted the votes from Georgia, a state he clearly won, and did not discard votes from any state, which is what Trump had pushed Pence to do. So again, this is just more proof, folks, that they were trying to, maybe it's a conspiracy theory, but maybe it's the Mandela effect, I'm not sure. But I seem to remember on January 6th, thousands of dumbasses trying to storm the Capitol, trying to overthrow U.S. democracy, and the call was coming from inside the House. Now, again, it could be the Mandela effect, I'm not sure, but I seem to remember that happening. But of course, that couldn't have happened, because if it did, then surely the Democratic Party would have by now invoked Section 3 of the 14th Amendment and would have kicked these people out. Surely, right? Surely that would have happened. So clearly this must be a Mandela effect situation. This must be the Berenstain Bears situation here, right? Because, again, if this was the universe where thousands of dumbasses stormed the Capitol trying to overthrow U.S. democracy, and Donald Trump's own administration was trying to pressure the own vice president to basically overthrow U.S. democracy, and they wrote memo after memo after memo, there's no way that could be true, because if it was, clearly the Democratic Party, given that they have all the power right now, would have done something, right? They would have done something about it. This maybe just invoke the Constitution. They loved remember when the Democrats loved the 25th Amendment during Trump's presidency? 25th Amendment. Oh, yeah. We get it's 25th Amendment. Oh, yeah. Oh, the 25th. We got to invoke the 25th. Oh, the 25th. What about the 14th? I'm just saying, they loved the 25th Amendment because they knew nothing would happen. The 14th Amendment, Section 3, invoke it. You could basically ban all the Republicans from office. But they don't want to do that, I guess. It's weird. Huh. Maybe it's the Mandela effect. I don't know. I seem to remember that happening, though. Folks, I'm really high today, so I just wanted to let y'all know. I'm really high, so